90% of the human being in this world that not gone through personal development, have not gone through spiritual path, we usually hold on to our past self. Every decision that we make, it's all decided by the past self. We are not aware that the past self have been giving you advice. I wanted you to take a couple seconds to really think about it, really evaluate when you're talking about it. The first voice that come out is literally like that demon. Not necessarily a demon. We need to love this person too. For me, it was the 7-year-old. For some reason, this 7-year-old just keep coming out. Like a lot of the time, the 7-year-old was in charge, because I do actually have to give her a lot of empathy, because I think the 7-year-old me was deeply hurt, and the 7-year-old me want to protect me, and thus it just always comes out. It's like, hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. Hey, go stay in the corner. Hey, don't try something new. Hey, that is not safe. Right? Because it is trying to help you. But again, awareness. Because the truth is, we are not aware that the past self have been making the decisions. Most of the time, the past you is trying to protect you. Nothing wrong with that. However, the past you will make you move a whole lot slower and will make you timid and will make you stop trying new things, right? And usually it's that it wasn't good that show up. It wasn't the great one usually will kind of get hidden in there. I want you to really have that awareness, because most of the time, the past you was the one that is in charge. And thus, your current you is being dragged on. Instead of talking to the past me, I actually need to talk to my future me, so that the future me is going to make better decisions for me, okay? I want you to listen even closer to this. If you're not aware of it, you're not purposely doing it, you will always go back and talk to your past self. For the future self, the truth is you need to talk to your future self, because the current you will have to decide, like, okay, should I go this way or should I go that way? But if you talk to your future self and the improved self, that person is going to tell you a much better answer than the one in the past. Because this is from fear, this is from faith. And we're literally dancing between the two. And it literally talk about us constantly dancing between the past and the future. Past self, future self. It's fear and faith. You wanted to see who you are in the future self, and you want to have dialogue constantly with the future self, and you really wanted to start building this future self so that this future self can talk to your current self and even in the past self. It's so hard for me to move, because every time I'm to move, something just pulled me behind, and I wasn't aware what that is until I get into the spiritual world. My focus for you is look into your past self. Who is the past self? Whenever you wanted to do something new, whenever you wanted to make a decisions, I want you to really listen to that voice. There is a voice that's coming out. I want you to think about a goal, a big goal, like a super big goal, right? That if you can accomplish this one thing, you'll be super duper happy. And then after you do that, right, after you type that thing, what is the first voice that immediately come out right after that goal that you just set? What is the immediate voices that come out right after you set this goal? I want you to focus on, but I want you to be really honest and listen to that tiny little voice. Sometimes we kind of omit it, right? But there is a whisper right there. I want you to be a lot more aware of that voice. That is your past self. That is the one that is trying to protect you. And I can guarantee you that there is a lot more voices inside the whisper, the voices that you hide underneath you. What is that is telling you right now? Is there any negative voices inside of it? Is there something else there inside of it that is telling you more stuff? I want you to slightly open that part out and listen to it. We can always do about gratefulness exercise, but when we close our brain and turn off the light, all the suffering that is still there until we go in and deal with it directly, head on. Why is this here? What's the source? How can we solve it? What is the one piece of the story that, or memory that I have that caused me this? I have student mentality. I say, all right, tell me what I need to do. I'm going to do it because I want to be this person, right? I wanted to bring as many VA. I want to transform as many people's life as possible. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes for me to become a better person so that you can come along with me on this ride. My 7-year-old was inside fighting with me, and my 42 years old was trying to shut the cap, right? Don't let it open. But if it doesn't open, I can heal, and it become a pressure cooker. It become a pressure cooker because you just hide and hide and hide and stack and stack and stack. Yeah, like repressing. And eventually it's gonna pop. Eventually one day it's gonna pop like a volcano. And my experience, I just stack and stack and stack. All of a sudden, one day somebody say something, I just blow up. And I want you to know that too, because that is my personal journey. And I understand and feel and see where you are. If you're scared, I understand. If you're in fear, I understand. If you don't want other people to judge you, I completely understand. But we have to heal our own wound, heal our past, so that the past will allow you to kind of open it out and relax a little bit more, so that you can be the present, happy, current self. And if you really want to 10x your life, then you would need to actually allow your future self to make the decision and allow your future self to be in charge of what you currently is making the decisions on. I want you to really look into your past self without filter. I want you to really like write down who's your past self, what is he or she talking to you, is he or she hurt, and what are some of the memory? What are some of the memory that really like hold you behind? For me was the accident. There's a lot of things that hold me down and does not allow me to move faster than what everybody else have done, that have experienced what I'm experiencing right now. The past you will just keep building and building and building and become bigger and bigger until one day you acknowledge this little kid or the past you, no matter what age it is. And what I did for myself is I acknowledge a 7-year-old. I do a lot of deeper work. You know, I wanted to work on it small little piece at a time. You can give a totally different meaning to the past that you have, and then also listen to a past self, heal them from it, and so that it's not really in control of you anymore. Okay, so that it's not in control of you. Because the more that they are afraid, right, the more that the past you that is being afraid, the more that they will take control of you, the slower you really feel, until they really feel like they're being heard and feel like they're being loved on, feel like they're really being understood. Then they can let go. It's kind of like a little kid, you know, they just hold on to you because they're so scared. And then the more like, it's okay, I hear you, I understand you, I love you, right? It's okay, right? I'm with you. Then they're like, okay, maybe you're right, maybe you're right. And then they will start to let go of it. Spoiler alert, this is a journey. This is not going to be a one session and you're done with it. This is something that you're going to constantly have to work on every day, every hour, every minute. The more that you work on it, the better you're going to be.